What is your thought on relationship?
Life is all positive. Negativity doesn't exist. Love believers should not believe in astrology.
Correct.
Because you're touching that love which is purest form, which is equal to God, which is equal to positivity. Now every movie is showing girls and boys going physical.
Right.
तो लड़के लड़की भी ट्राई करेंगे. तो किसका गलती है? किसी का भी गलती नहीं है. But the best husband and wife couple is Shiva and Parvati Mata. They are also fighting. How can we get out of it? What real love is? It is not bounded by time. It is not bounded by relationship. It is not bounded by expectations. Not bounded by being there with me.
Okay.
It's not people are too much into movies, into cricket or whatever it is. It is that pain. We want girls to be strong. Olden days, when the husband fails, the wife stands up.
नमस्ते एवरीवन, वेलकम टू मैनिफेस्ट विद विजय। जैसे कि आप सब जानते हैं, प्यार एक खूबसूरत एहसास है, लेकिन इसके साथ हमारी जिंदगी में डिप्रेशन का अंधेरा भी आ सकता है। आजकल के प्यार और रिलेशनशिप बहुत सारे कैटेगरी में बढ़ चुकी है। कोई प्यार को समझते हुए भी इन्फेक्चुएशन समझ के भाग जाते हैं, और कोई सालों भर सोचते रह जाते हैं कि आजकल कोई फीलिंग ही नहीं है, कोई मुझसे प्यार नहीं करता। असल में प्यार का डेफिनेशन क्या होता है? हमारे आज के जो गेस्ट है मिस्टर दीक पारासनी, हु लिव बाय अ मोटो लाइफ इज ऑल पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव डजंट एग्जिस्ट, जो अपने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस के थ्रू ये कॉम्प्लेक्स रिलेशनशिप को समझाएंगे और हमें ये भी बताएंगे कि प्यार को जीते हुए भी डिप्रेशन से कैसे लड़ सकते हैं। तो लेट्स वेलकम टू मिस्टर दीक पारासनी। वेलकम टू दिस शो सर। दीक सर, बिफोर वी स्टार्ट, आई वांटेड टू नो फ्रॉम यू हाउ इज योर लाइफ हैज बीन एंड हाउ व्हाट इज योर थॉट ऑन रिलेशनशिप?
How my life in what sense?
हु इज दीक सर?
See, I'm a person who believes that life is all positive. Negativity doesn't exist.
Right.
So anyone comes with any frustration, sadness, depression, anger, I believe that it's all created by them. So whatever is created can be destroyed. So if you naturally look at it, when a baby is born, it's always positive.
Correct.
But then as we grow, as we age, as we do whatever we want to do, slowly what happens is you tend to become an adult where all the pain, frustration, irritation all begins to come. So my concept is very simple. If you're born like a baby, live like a baby, and die like a baby.
Okay.
In summary, right? Who I am as a person, I am what I believe. I see the whole world as my family.
Okay.
So all my sessions, all my talks, personal, public, whatever it is, I do as a giving back to the community. I have nothing in it for me. All I know is I'm a brother to this world, or a son to this world,
Right.
who's there to give some concepts or some message which a parent or a sibling is looking for. I do that, and I'm on my own and they're on my own. My main concept is there is power, there is positivity within you itself. Is there any other way? By using me, can you ignite it back so that you don't need me or any other people to get this ignition?
Okay.
Right? Different people have different questions towards life, right? And what they do is they don't find the answers to it, but they get busy with something else.
Okay.
And when they get busy with something, like for example, some people will be very workaholic. It's not they're workaholic. It is a pain they want to forget. So they get workaholic.
Okay.
It's not people are too much into movies, into cricket or whatever it is. It is that pain. Fix that problem. You don't need movies.
Right.
Fix that problem, you won't be workaholic. But most people don't give time for that. My job is to show that truth.
Okay.
That's why I also always say most people are trying to solve a problem which they've created. Where there's a lot of money. See, when there's a problem, you go to solve, you got to pay.
Correct.
I am working on this side, which is why did this cost? Let's fix that. Here there is no money. If you change, it'll be fixed. So that also makes it further on of me giving back to the society that I'm just a brother in front of you. Ask anything from birth to death.
Okay.
Which is coming from your heart. The answer will be given. But don't accept one question how I'm answering. Because after you hear my answers, you'll tend to think, yeah, how he's doing it. Even I don't know. When a brother, when a sister asks a brother, or when a brother or a mother asks a son, you connect from heart to heart. And when you connect from heart to heart, a message flows. That only that love or that relationship knows how it flows. Right? Sometimes when you're doing something wrong, your mother looks at you only, you know you're doing it wrong.
Right.
She don't need to talk. So that's the principle I use by, and it's all about touching people's heart and not touching people's mind.
Right. So let's go ahead on youth era. Right. Let's talk about current youth or going forward any youth, I would say. right? So let's a boy and girl. So how they fall in attraction or love? If it is attraction and love are different, then how does the process goes on?
Okay. From my understanding of talking to a lot of youth and talking to a lot of people,
Correct.
You want a girl's point of view or a boy's point of view?
I need both.
You need both. Okay. First of all, girls and boys see them as human beings.
Oh, right.
Don't differentiate girls and boys in
Correct.
terms of love.
Correct.
Both girls also attract, boys also attract.
Right. Right.
And I'm quite sure boys have no clue how girls are attracted.
Very
Right?
true.
But most of the media blames the boys. Right? Yeah, वो attract किया इसलिए मैं फंस गई. But the point is, now, for example, simple way a girl attracts. If a girl comes in front of you, plays with your hair and moves around with your hair, smiles at you in a different way, she's trying to attract you. Right? And there are super smart girls who will stare you. Wherever you're looking, she's staring at you. क्या propose करना? मैं तो propose नहीं कर सकता क्योंकि मैं लड़की हूँ. Right? So it's a natural process that both parties attract because it's a human instinct that we have to have come together, we have to create kids. That's just a normal animal tendency which every human being has.
Right. Right.
So that's the nature of humanity, that you have to continue creating more things in this world.
Correct.
So based on that attractions are driven. But at this age, what I generally say is best to control this attraction. Why?
Okay.
You tend to have more control over you, control over your feelings, and that makes you more stable.
Okay.
But once you start getting attracted to girls, it's human nature to get attracted to girls. But what can happen is you tend to lose yourself in the process because you're giving priority to something else more than you.
Okay. Right.
So let's not get into that. Let's get into the question which you asked.
Right.
How does the attraction happen? Since the boys' point of view, since both are boys, and I think all boys are around here, let me take a boy's point of view.
Right.
First, a boy looks at a girl, right? He will look at the girl, and then he's going to match her with a celebrity, with a mother, with a sister who he likes. He'll create a package of his own.
Right.
Then he will look at it, यार ये तो match कर रही है, मेरा जो standard में किया वो match कर रही है. The most dumbest thing most guys do is friends. You'll tell to your friends. Friends already have a girlfriend.
Correct.
He wants some free time from you. He will tell, go, जाकर propose करो. Right? So push आता है, इसके पास girlfriend है, मेरे पास girlfriend है, ये तो match कर रही है, मैं जाकर propose करता हूँ. Most dumbest guy do is no girl is going to say yes in the first proposal क्योंकि वो आपको जानती ही नहीं. Right? So if they don't know you, how she's going to say yes? So what do smart guys do? Start with friendship. Right? So how do you start with friendship? You will say, hi, I like you, or I like your friend. Can you be friends? But super smart guys, what they do, they will make their best friend your friend first. Right. फिर best friend push करेंगे and you will also propose. The girl can't say no. Right. So generally, the proposal happens like this only. Generally. But there are other super smart guys can do more smarter stuff, right? Show indications, tell your friend or friend's friend to say. That's why I'm saying friendship is not a pure relationships. Okay. Because friendship is a scam. Right? But then if you ask me how, I'll talk about friendship also, right? But what you got to understand, that's how attractions happen. Right. You are wanting a gap that you think that my friend don't have. So my friend has, my friend have a girlfriend. I don't have. I like this girl. Let me give it a try. Okay. Now these are all coming from the movies. It's not coming from you. The more you see romantic movies, you will feel like having romance with a girl. The lesser you see romantic movies, you will be detached from girls. The more you see brothers, sisters, you will see more seeing like a brother. But the more you see attraction and lust, the more you're going to see that feelings are going to come. Right. See, mind cannot think anything new. Mind can only think what it already knows. So if you see more respecting girls, you'll respect girls. Right. Have you ever seen someone thinking bad about their mother? No. Generally, some guys are there to next level, but generally, 99% why? You have the respect towards mother. Correct. But when a girl comes, her body is great. Her looks are great. But about a sister, can you think about that? No. Yaar, sister or ek ladki, age same hi hai. Why two different emotions, attraction? Because you're seeing them different. Correct. Isliye although the best relationship a girl and boy can be is a brother-sister relationships. I don't like why girls and boys become best friends. यार इतना best friends राखी बांधो ना, और ब्रदर सिस्टर के बन के जितना भी लंबा रिलेशनशिप बनाओ. नहीं, मुझे best friends are all moving towards something else when time comes.
Okay.
Right? So that's how generally attractions happen. It is that mind which you put in information, and slowly you get into that.
Correct. Now you said the proposal process also, right? Now when a boy or girl thinks about that, okay, I find that girl is attractive, should I propose or should I wait? When that person takes decision,
First thing is, यार बहन देखो ना, जाकर propose नहीं करेंगे. See, why do you want to propose?
Because
Two reasons. One is your friends have a girlfriend, you also want peer pressure. Other one is, यार कोई मदर का केयर नहीं मिला, या मदर का स्माइल नहीं मिला, या फादर का अटेंशन नहीं मिला, ये लड़की दे रही है, इसलिए प्रपोजल. See, there's two reasons. One is filling a gap of your life. One is you're feeling the society has that gap. I don't have it. मुझे बस उसके साथ बनना, इसलिए दो रीजन ही ये कर रहा है ये प्रपोजल. तो क्यों करो, एक अच्छा भैया बनो. Now you say नहीं, फ्रेंड्स के साथ मुझे शेयर करना. यार भाई बहन के साथ भी कुछ भी शेयर कर सकते आप. The point is, why propose? Respect the girl, no? Because nowadays girls and boys are seeing them each other as product only. जब हम प्रोडक्ट के तरह लोगों को देखेंगे, उस टाइम प्रपोजल आता है. रेस्पेक्ट करो लड़कियों को, रेस्पेक्ट करो बॉयज को, ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल बिकम अ ब्रदर सिस्टर. और जितना भी घूमो, जितना भी शेयर करना शेयर करो, जितना भी सपोर्ट करना, वही फ्रेंडशिप में मिल रहा है आपको, वही आपको लव में मिल रहा है. दूसरा क्या नहीं मिल सकता आपको? फिजिकल अटैचमेंट और फिजिकल, वो तो नहीं मिलने वाला. वो किसी लड़की से करना ही सही नहीं है मेरे हिसाब से.
Okay.
Right? Because intimacy and all that physical relationships you can only do with your wife. Because if you do with some other girl, is it right?
Okay.
For simple सी बात, you have a sister, right? You have your sister बोले भैया मुझे इंटेंसी करना एक लड़का से, हाँ बोलेंगे
No.
हाँ, तो आपको ही पता है सही नहीं है. जब बहन का सामने आता है सही नहीं है, वो तो आपका बहन ही है ना, तो रेस्पेक्ट करो. तो व्हाट आई से इज, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अभी आप जब अट्रैक्शन आता है उस टाइम यू हैव कंप्लीट कंट्रोल टू बैक आउट. बट हम तो नहीं करते. तो देन यू गो टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल, व्हिच इज फ्रेंडशिप. अभी आप फ्रेंडशिप जाने के बाद what is naturally happening is, so that's what, initially when you're in brother sister relationships, or when you're that first level of friendship, all these relationship you keep in your five senses. ये दिखने में अच्छी लगती है, she speaks well, she's well dressed, she's a good nice friend to me, she understands my feeling. So that is all visual,
Okay.
or senses. When do you cross the line of friendship? Is when you say my problem is your problem is my problem.
Okay.
अब देख लीजिए ये फ्रेंडशिप कब बेस्ट फ्रेंड आता है. आई एम देयर फॉर यू, जिसका भी जो भी गड़बड़ है आई एम देयर फॉर यू, जो भी प्रॉब्लम है मुझे बताओ ना, मैं हूं ना. Whenever the मैं हूं ना concept comes is when friendship crosses to slowly moving towards love, which is not love again.
Okay.
मैं हूं ना क्या, जो मेरा गैप जिंदगी में है, मैं हूं ना उसका भर्ती करने के लिए. जो मम्मा ने स्नेह नहीं दिया, मैं हूं ना वो भर्ती करने के लिए. जो अटेंशन पापा ने नहीं दिया, मैं हूं ना वो भर्ती करने के लिए. तो एक मैं हूं ना फील किया, दूसरा ने इसका दूसरी और प्रॉब्लम होगा, क्योंकि भैया ने मुझे अटेंशन नहीं दिया, ये लड़की उसको अटेंशन देता है, और फ्रेंड्स मुझे रेस्पेक्ट नहीं दे रहा, अभी ये लड़की फिर रेस्पेक्ट दे रहा, वो गैप भी फिल हो गया. तो दोनों का गैप फिल, एक साथ रहेंगे. So and slowly that process goes into I cannot live with this and I cannot live without this person. तो गैप तो फिल कर रहा है, सुकून मिल रहा है, मुझे परमानेंटली चाहिए. So you define it as love, but it's not love, it is gap filling love.
Okay.
Youth never touches love.
Okay.
Because you're not driven for that. Because love is a PhD topic.
Correct.
जब एक डिग्री स्टूडेंट PhD टॉपिक ट्राई करेंगे तो फेल ही होने वाला है. समझ ही नहीं आएगा पहली बात, तो फेल ही होने वाला है.
Right.
तो जो आपके समझ में है वो करो ना. Right? Attractions will come. But the point is, do you want to get now success? Attraction, यार उस पर पकड़ो ना. Money, attraction, उसको पकड़ो ना. Growth, उसको पकड़ो, उसको अट्रैक्ट होना. ये लड़की को अट्रैक्ट करके क्या? बाद में किसी को ही रोना है. जो ज्यादा अट्रैक्टेड हुआ वही रोकेंगे ज्यादा. So what I tell is, even before even getting into proposal, back out. Point number one. ना भी आपने अंदर गया. First thing is, अंदर जाने से पहले, I'm going to talk a political, or maybe people won't accept what I say. Make sure the caste and religion is same.
Okay.
अब you will say, sir, क्या है? You know, the world is so open. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Now it's a very neutral world. Everyone's interman. I say, no, I don't have a problem. Our father will have a problem. But most youth will say, sir, no problem. जब सही तरह से काम मिलता है मुझे, my papa will agree. If you think your papa is going to agree, go in a dining table. जब पापा के साथ खाना खा रहा है, as a joke, पूछ लीजिए, पापा आपके हिसाब से intercaste marriage, what do you think? पापा का फेस देखो, पूरा उत्तर मिलने वाला है। बात करने की जरूरत ही नहीं, फेस में पूरा। तो फेस नेगेटिव है, जाकर फंसो क्यों? So if you want love marriage to happen properly, also there is a way to do it. Arranged marriage, also there is a way to do it. But most people don't do it right. Why? It is just gap filling. I've talked to many girls. After marriage, the guy runs away. After marriage, the girl has another relationships. Yeah, where is the love? So what happens is everyone is going after the gap fill करने के लिए, या gap अपने आप बंद करो ना, then you don't need a third party. So most youth go in search of love, which they call love, which I call gap filling love, is because they're not getting the attention from their parents. Okay. So it all boils down to the family, right? Why do you want to have a simple question? I asked him, why do you want to have a girlfriend? Simple question. From your understanding, why do a guy want to have a girlfriend?
For me, there might be two contexts. One, either I likes her, and secondly, I likes her in that way that I want to be with her.
I get it, but why do you want to be with her?
Because due to the emotional connection.
Correct. And how is emotional connection built?
Either because of as you said, the five senses. Because of the five senses.
Correct. So there she's filling a gap.
Somehow, yes.
Yes, that emotional gap is what you want. You didn't get the emotions gap filled up by your family. So you're searching it in a girl, and that she's filling. And that's what is the relationship is born. So all relationships are born with emotional, emotional gap, which is filled by that other person, which they're not getting from the family. That's how all these attraction starts, and they get into a relationship. So most of the youth in a relationship is pure gap filling. I will tell you something. The boy stops giving that gap filling, the breakup will happen.
Okay.
That's how breakups are happening. For example, you may talk a breakup?
No, I'll come first itself.
Okay.
I'll come to breakup at later part.
Okay.
Now you said that there is a filler to gap, so that is that is the only reason where youth search out out of the family.
Correct.
Now you said that look each and every a boy should look a girl as a sister, and girl should look as a brother. Now in reality, if I take it so, right? Now you said that friendship is a scam. Now brother sister are there, but tell me something. If a boy and a girl is there, and they have either some attraction to that, right? So how can they be brother and sister? Because their thought process to have love, compassion in place, and they might be thinking something longer, but the love aspect is there.
Correct. But this clearly you're telling me it's not love, is attraction to physical body.
But that is the first step, no?
That is the first step. So what's happening here is at a very young age, you're getting physically attracted to a girl and not her character, not who she is. So love is never built by attraction, because once the body changes, divorce will happen or breakup will happen.
Okay.
So the point is, love is beyond looks. Love is beyond what the person's behavior. Love is beyond all this.
So how to describe love?
For example, love. Some people love God, right?
Right.
On what basis people loving God?
They might have.
They never saw the God. Maybe they might have seen, but they saw a figure. But there is something which keeps you attractive, because all you know is, if this person is there with me, I'm fulfilled. It's about you. When you bring two people in love, it is no more love, it's a contract. So, for example, a mother loves a child. You love the child in the best possible way. The child loves me or doesn't love me, doesn't care, I'm going to love. That is love.
Okay.
When you expect someone else to love you back, it is no more love.
So in youth, actually, love is basically expecting something from the partner.
In youth, it is not love. It is just time passing to find out which could be a girl in that process.
Okay.
Love is only guaranteed once they marry.
Okay.
Until that, before all is time pass for me.
Okay.
Because only out of maybe 100 kids, love marriage, only 1 or 2 succeeds. Remaining all are doing time pass or love? Time pass only, no?
I am not the person to judge that.
No, I'm just telling you. What I'm saying, what I'm trying to make you understand here is very, very simple. If it is really love, why breakup is happening?
Well, in that case,
Because
there
it's not
might be
love.
some.
It's not love. Because if you love your mother, how much of a breakup would you leave her? That mother's mother only will stand as a mother, and that love internally will be there. That is love. It's always one-sided. Which means I love this person of who they are, and they being there with me is a sense of completeness for me. That's what a wife does, not a girlfriend. Because the girlfriend is filling that gap. She gets a better guy. She will break up and she will go.
Okay.
For example, her father completely thrashes her at home. A guy talks in very love way. She will like it. But a guy talks much more lover. She'll break up and go to that because she's trying to fix her father via this relationships.
So you think that a commitment should be there? If the youth has a commitment, then that can
see
treat it as a
commitment.
true
See
love.
commitment also. Why now? Because you are also not sure if the person is right. You are based on attraction. No attraction. How are you sure I can live for lifelong?
Now,
for example, simple funda.
right.
You get attracted. You commit yourself also. The girl has a dream. She has to go to US, and the guy has a dream. He has to stay in India. There, the breakup will happen.
If they both support each other, then?
If they both support each other, the system is going to take them for a ride. Which means all long-term distant relationships, doubt will automatically come.
Okay.
It's human nature.
Okay.
Right? Now, think a guy has a girl, right? And they go in two separate directions. I'm telling you, attraction is there, no? How much you're going to attract to a person who's not there? A handsome guy will come slowly, attraction will move. Right? Slowly things will change. Slowly your friends will become different. And when the friends different, slowly interest will go who's far away. Always remember, a toy in your hand is always special than a toy in somewhere in someone else's hand. With the time, the toys will be changed.
Okay.
That's human nature. If you build up by attraction, if someone gives you better attraction, you will fall for it. It's like a toy. Right now, a relationship is like toys, right? You give a toy to a kid, they will play with it, but you give them a better toy, they will throw it and get you another toy. So that's how boys, now it's all toys. Hey, yaar, propose, haan, main bolta hoon. Right? What happens is what I tell the youth, increase your value. So you get the right people to you. When you are a degree student, you are begging girls, no? Yaar, mujhe haan bolo na. तो जब आप बेग करता है क्या मिलता है? भिक्षा मिलता है. You are not getting quality product. जिसका बाकी मिलता है वही आपको मिलता है.
That is true, but my question is like a boy or a in both, right? But if I want a love, right? I want a soulmate, right? Then how do I find it?
First question is, what is the time for finding soulmate? For simple funda, if your sister who's 18 years old comes to you, brother, I have this boy, I want to propose him and get married with him, will you allow?
Yes, because it 18 plus, it has.
I get it,
right.
but you know your sister's not matured enough.
See, obviously the maturity will come with experience.
So you're saying go hang around with the guy and figure it out?
If she don't have the opposition, then why would I? It is her life, and after all, she has the right
that's
to take
what
decision.
If every brother gives up his sisters like that and the breakup happens, then again she'll come to you only.
I'll be with her.
And then she will say the same thing. Bhaiya, aap bola tha to main sahi tarah se nikal sakta tha isme se.
So I'm not asking that I will take decision.
Yes.
I will support her decision, whatever she takes.
Right or wrong?
See, right or wrong will. I am not the person who can judge the right or wrong.
That is where the problems are. Brothers are all scared of sisters. Brothers are all saying to cover themselves. No one is telling the truth because everyone wants to make their sister happy. Guys, as boys and girls, tell the truth to the sisters if they're doing it wrong. People are scared to tell the truth nowadays. No, chalne do. If they are free, if they are happy, let them do. Right? Many parents, everyone knows soft drink is bad. Still, yaar, piyo, kya fark padta hai? जब बच्चे का डायबिटिक होता है, कुछ अदर हेल्थ प्रॉब्लम्स आता है, then you will say, यार काश मैंने किया. So what is happening is this concept of freedom, this concept of it is his wish, their life, will all destroy when time and life hits you. Because everyone has a maturity level. Everyone has a time to take certain decisions. Searching for soulmate is not at the age of 18. Right? Searching at the age of 8. For some girls, yes. If you're thinking of getting married at the age of 18, fair enough. Then energy will come. But if you want to make a career, you want to build up your stuff, focus on a career. No, पहले कुछ बनो, then go for soulmate. No,
I totally agree on this
बनने से
particular
पहले
topic.
when you
but-
go for soulmate, everything destroys. Because आपका dream तो आपको एक engineer बनना है. In between you want soulmate also. Either engineer will work or soulmate is going to work. So
Okay.
आपका plan क्या है? जो भी energy और जो भी grace you have, it is your wish you want to send for your profession, you want to put your family, or a random guy who comes from nowhere, you thinking it's a soulmate. या soulmate का समय आता है. उस time आप go for it, the energy will work right. Like for example, why do people say, whatever, alcohol or smoking, whatever. After a certain age only people have to do. That is because if you do it in childhood, it's not good.
Correct.
So everyone knows that. And the fun part is, that's a joke I always say. For babies, you give very pure, neat food. On the other side, you're eating chips. It doesn't make sense to me. Because when you're corrupting the system, when the system gets corrupt, then don't come and sit and cry that kash mein ye kiya hoga. So when sisters are doing wrong, when brothers are doing wrong, it is a duty of every brother to say it's not right. Rather than saying, your wish, jo bhi aapka marzi karne do, and I will support my sister for whatever crap she does. When you know how boys think. You know that guy is a scam. Aapki marzi jo bhi karna hai karo.
Now, I have a point over here.
Yeah.
Now, if she introduces me, obviously I will interrupt and I'll see whether the person is good or not. But obviously the character I cannot say because only she would know.
100% like why I am as a brother to every sister, because the other brothers are not doing their duty. That's why I'm here. If the other brothers are doing and properly giving proper advice to every sister, why I should be there? Why a sister is coming to me and crying that I got harassed within a cousin brother and or my uncle, and none of the family members knows? Where is that brother for her? Why is there when a guy harasses the girl or has a fit and dumps her, what the brother is going to say? That is life. It's all part of life. Chalta hai yaar. Right? So no brother is going to question. And first of all, why the brother can't question? Because our brother ye freedom diya tha, you go hook around with whoever you want. So the question here is, if each brother stands strong enough and supports and stands by for the sister before she does the mistake, more sisters will be much more safe. Because most brothers are standing after the mistake is happening, giving all the freedom for the sister. When time comes, you're stepping in it. That has to stop. Like for example, a girl is watching a movie with a brother and a harassment is happening in the serial. Does any sister tell the brother what this thing is not happening right? You should respect. No. Sister will be crying and watching in the movie and then getting too engrossed in the movie. Brother तो पूरा crap लेकर जा रहा है. Girls को respect ही नहीं दो क्योंकि सब लोग कर रहा है वो. So it is the duty of the sister to tell her these things are not right. You shouldn't be doing. कौन बोलता है? कोई नहीं बोलता. या माँ क्या बोलता है बच्चे से जब शादी करने के समय? If you have a good job, you'll get a good girl. यार girls product होता है, medal होता है that you get a job. कोई नहीं बोलता अच्छा husband बनो. कोई नहीं बोलता that that's why I saw, I don't know, one of the talks of one of the my father says hook around with any girl how much ever you want. If you're telling and giving that attitude to children and not respecting, after some time they will not respect anything.
So Deek sir, I have two aspects to end it. ठीक है. एक तो आपने बोला कि if a female or male, both boy or girl, ठीक, अगर 18 year age का है, if someone comes to me as a brother, you said that whether I would allow to go on a proposal, और अगर किसी को वो propose करना चाहते हैं, whether should I allow or not? You said that boy or girl will hook on it. Now I have two concepts, right? Hook doesn't mean. Do you mean that in physical relationship or only a relationship? What is your question? So I want to know that so I can counter question.
Relationship.
Now I have a state to that. You say life is all about positive, right? I have a intention that either my sister or brother, if he or she is 18 years, now she has liberty. So I should not have the authority to control. So they should have their own authority to take decisions. Right? They can take my suggestions. I suggested, a brother or sister, if you want to take a relation seriously, that's your call. But obviously, I will check. I'll meet if they are asking me. So I'll meet that person right? So just to understand whether that person is right or not, right? I might have a different ideology to check that a guy or a girl, right? Now my question is, why does it wrong to be in a relationship? Now there is three aspect also. One is study. For the study they have a dedicated mindset, right? Now relationship, that is a different from the study, right? So why is it the contradictory of study and relationship? Why does it contradictory?
Simple. Before, you ask two questions here.
Yes.
Okay. Let me ask a simple funda. If your sister at the age of 18, she has a liberty to do everything.
Not everything. First of all, physical relation I don't decide.
See, would you allow for drugs?
Now allow
No. Would you
drugs
say?
and relation are two different things.
No. Hello. Everything is an addiction.
Uh-huh. The study is also addiction.
No. What I'm trying to make you understand. Would you allow smoking?
No.
Well, after 18, she has the liberty to choose whatever she wants to do.
See, if she ask, I'll say no.
Yeah.
If she want or he want, that is choice. But if she asks my permission is no. It's not my permission, it is my suggestion.
So this is the problem, no? You have a duty as a brother to stand by your sister if she's doing something wrong and trying her best not to get into it.
Now you
It's
said,
the role of the brother.
correct. You said if she or he is trying something wrong. Now does it that making a relationship, not physical by the way.
Yes.
If it is a attraction or love, right? If that is there, so you think that is a wrong thing?
See, first of all, you're a boy, no? At the age of 18, which guy is proposing a girl in a good sense? You tell me. Out of 99% of the guys, half the boys are having a relationship for their own personal gain. Not this love wala concept. You look at any boy, and as a boy, you'll also know, at the age of 18, no one is looking for the love for marriage. If they'll make commit for marriage, no? Which guy will commit at the age of 18 for marriage?
Absolutely. Yeah, no.
Then scam, no? So you know the boys are not committing. You know the boys are playing around. You know the boys are there to have nice time with your sister. Would you allow your sister?
In that context, obviously no.
So that's the truth. You don't want to accept it is a different thing. See, most people, whatever I say, they don't want to accept it. And you'll call it philosophy. Right? What I'm saying is the truth. And every boy knows at the age of 18, no boy looks at a girl from a right sense.
Okay.
So then, would you want to go tell a guy, girl, your sister to have an experience with a guy who you know is not looking at the right sense because you're a boy, you know about it?
Then how would I know that the boy or girl is in a relationship, are not in the mentality of taking the relationship seriously, rather they won't have some benefits out of it?
See, first of all, my question here is why relationship? Go brother, sister and live however long you want. I have no problem. And from that, if it goes serious, go get married at the age of 20, 23 or whatever age the community wants you to marry. But why a relationship which is more than a brother-sister relationship is a question to the world I have.
Then my same question would go with me.
Yeah.
Why in the whole world, in realistically, that each boy and girl looks after the either proposed or not proposed, are in a boyfriend or girlfriend?
Movie.
Okay.
Exposure.
Okay.
You think it's cool? At my time, movies and love was all having during work age.
Okay.
Later time came college age. Now movies are coming, 10th grade proposals are happening. So the 10th grade will see that या propose करना क्या फर्क पड़ता है, मूवी तो एक्टर प्रपोज कर रहा है, मैं भी ट्राई करता हूँ, सब लोग ट्राई ही कर रहा है, क्योंकि अंदर से पता है गलत भी है. मामा पापा को, you go and ask your father, any girl go and ask, पापा मैं रिलेशनशिप में करने वाला हूँ, which father will say yes? So everyone knows the truth, but liberty, 18 years, I can't control my daughter, I can't control my... यार जब गलती में जाके सुसाइड करेंगे, that time ऐसे आपका liberty किधर गया, आपका freedom किधर गया, आपका independence किधर गया, that time they'll all sit and shut their mouth. I am talking about girls who's coming and crying with me because they were trapped. They have a brother. What the brother did, it's okay, chalta hai. Because brother also want to hook up with another girl, that's another story. So you'll say, sister to kar rahi hai, to main bhi kar sakta hu. That's the another story where girls are also getting into it, boys are getting into it also. So the point here is everyone knows what is right. Everyone knows a girl, when you say student, why you are told as student? You have to study. That is your duty.
Correct.
As a student, your duty is to study, not to hook around in love or not to go into relationship. That's not the time. सबका टाइम होता है. Now 10th grade will come and say, brother, सब मूवी में दिखा रहा है 10 साल में सब लोग प्रपोज कर रहे हैं, मैं प्रपोज करूं तो बोले नहीं, स्टडीज पे फोकस करो.
करेक्ट.
हाँ, तो वही कॉलेज में बताना था, पर लोग बता रहे नहीं, क्योंकि 18 के बाद कुछ नहीं बता सकता. Why difference from 12th and 18? Why 17 is a different rule, 18 is a different rule? It is just created by media, created by systems.
Then what is the right time to get a soulmate?
Fine, tell me when you want to get married.
Okay.
That time go search.
Okay.
Take 1 year, 2 year to search. मुझे 20 for boys, 20 some most community 25 onwards they'll start marrying. यार 25 आने के बाद when you're probably settled down, look for a girl. I will support you also on that. But 18 से ज़रा यार काम भी नहीं है. You don't know what your sense are. Half the time is celebrity love you're watching, and you're coming यार मुझे भी love है. यार वो love नहीं होता.
Okay.
Everything has an age. First grade only can be taught by first grade student.
Okay. So
Right?
it's basically if in the age of teen, I would say, right? So in that context, attraction happens, then some chemical, brain chemicals happen, then they intends to that is love. It is actually not love.
What
but
is
feeling?
correct? What is this chemical reactions? Movie वाला reel is selling in your head.
Okay.
यार ये chemical वेमिकल वो सब छोड़ो. It is movie वाला reel when you're seeing them. You watch more romantic movies, your chemical balance will be romance. If you watch more success movies, your chemical balance will be success. If you think about, see now many girls and boys are very triggered on IAS officer. You will see they have no space for love. यार वो लोग पागल है. Right now everyone wants to have fun, time pass करना है तो करता हूँ एक लड़की के साथ, एक ब्रेक के बाद बैठ कर रोएंगे और रोने के बाद उस पर जोश आएंगे. यार time pass, waste of time. Where your grace can be used for a career, India would be much more better off.
Right.
So everyone's getting a relationship, youth is getting spoiled. Yeah, youth energy is so powerful that if utilized properly, now you see older days, youth only they go for gurukuls and all that thing to build up their character, to build up their system, to build up their talent.
Right.
That is what college is all about. यार सब लोग बच्चे से पूछेंगे यार कॉलेज क्यों जा रहा है? ऐश करना है. यार एटीट्यूड ही सही नहीं है. एंड देन जब काम नहीं मिलता है, गवर्नमेंट का प्रॉब्लम, उसका प्रॉब्लम, कॉलेज का प्रॉब्लम, टीचर का प्रॉब्लम, कुछ नहीं होता कॉलेज में. यार ये सब you're covering the victim which you are. So the question here is everyone knows, even the girl who's proposing also knows मैं गलत कर रहा हूँ. That is the beauty of life. क्योंकि आपका कॉन्शियस तो है, वो तो ट्रिगर करता है, आपको पता है गलत है, पर माँ का लव केयर नहीं मिला, ये तो दे रहा है, वो क्रॉस करता हूँ. एज वी से लक्ष्मण रेखा मैं क्रॉस करता हूँ.
Now you said on the proposal also. ठीक है. Now in the era of youth, or I'll say in the Valentine Day itself, right? So a boy proposes a girl, a girl proposes a boy, or whenever they found a soulmate or gap filling propositions, right?
Okay.
तो उस टाइम पे sometime it happens कि कोई किसी को प्रपोज कर रहा है and someone denies. On that context, the boy or girl, whosoever proposing, right, what they take is either they take some poison out of, they didn't take the threat to take. Either I'll take the poison if you don't accept.
Correct.
Or some knife on the Venice, they'll keep it and they'll say if you don't approve, then I'll cut the Venice. In one word, they give the threat, if you don't accept my proposal, I'll do something wrong.
Correct.
Now my question is, what psychology does that go behind who is proposing by threat?
See, first of all, 90 to 95% it is a threat. He won't go in suicide. Point number one. वो बस दिखावा है.
That is true, but what is the psychology there?
See, psychology behind big, because with fear you will say yes.
Okay.
Right? Because there is somehow, why do you buy insurance? You have a fear of your life. वो जितना मैं fear दिखाओ, मरने वाला है आपके बाद family कैसे जिएंगे, you'll buy it. So I'm going to die. If you don't say yes, you might buy it.
Correct.
So many people have succeeded that method, so they're trying that method on new people. I know a girl who's come to me and told me, sir, same thing. If I don't say yes to a proposal, the guy will take a blade and cut.
Right.
For 1 year, she was struggling and moving into a mental stage which she shouldn't be in.
Okay.
Then I talked with her. I asked her that, what about your mother? Your mother भी tensed है इसके बारे में.
Okay.
किसी ने पापा से बोला? कोई नहीं बोला.
Okay.
तो मैं बात करके, मम्मा से बात करके, बेटी से बात करके, they had the guts to tell the father. Father complain किया, automatically action. वो अभी भी जिंदा है, वो मरा नहीं है अभी तक. So वो एक पापा से बोलने का ही था. Because most girls are scared to talk with their parents.
Correct.
That is the other problem. ये family का gap ही सब लेकर आ रहा है.
Okay.
Right? So, and the other thing is जो threat से love कर रहा है, it is very risky because after you're in a relationship, he'll be more threatful to keep the relationship. So that is a clear red flag that नहीं जाओ. Right? Because see, it's not about the psychology. He knows, he has a lot of watcher movies. He knows that this girl is fearing my threat. They'll become more powerful. If you're not fearing, यार तुम जो भी करना है जाकर मरो, मरने दो ना. यार ऐसा वाला लोग ये दुनिया में चाहिए नहीं पहले बार. So जब कोई आता है ओके जाकर मरो, मैं तो मेरे काम है, मैं तो मेरे पापा है, उसके बगैर मैं किसी से शादी नहीं करना. If a girl says that confidently, the guy will go on his own way. But कोई नहीं करता. वो घबराहट से ये मरेंगे तो लोग क्या बोलेंगे मेरे बारे में, उस सोच कर आप करके हम हो जाते.
ओके, सो ऐसे साइकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर लवर्स के लिए अगर किसी को डिनाई करना है, एज यू सजेस्टेड, इफ द बॉय और गर्ल whosoever आर गेटिंग द प्रपोजल, इफ दे क्लियरली स्टेट बस ओके आपने मेरे को प्रपोज किया, फाइन, मैं आई विल डिस्कस विद माई पेरेंट्स बिकॉज आई कैन नॉट टेक एनी डिसीजन मतलब अगेंस्ट माई पेरेंट्स और विदाउट माई पेरेंट्स, देन चांसेस आर हाई कि जो थ्रेट दे रहा है वो थ्रेट शायद रिड्यूस हो जाए या फिर वो
That is what I'm saying. No, you should never directly make fun of a gangster proposing you. You should never take, you know, कोई लड़की गैंगस्टर आता है प्रपोजल करता है, hey, तुमको कौन हाँ बोलने वाला. That will all trash. If you read Mahabharata, one of the reasons happened that only. Right? Duryodhan was there and Draupadi Mata made fun of him. That's what all triggered up from nowhere. So when you know you're a gangster, यार शांति से, कामनेस से, यार मेरे पापा छोड़ने हैं, इसमें नहीं हो सकता, जो भी चाहिए मेरे पापा से जाकर बात करो ना, मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ इसमें से. Right? So it depends on the proposal party and not on what you think is right and यार कौन आपसे ये करने वाला. That threat has come, no? You will come so powerful back that you're asking for trouble. But it depends on which story you're seeing, no? He has his own thought process, she has her own thought process. You're asking me how to manage that guy. To my sister I will say shanti se, calm se, manage the situation because he's a gangster.
Yeah, I want that answer very clearly.
Yeah.
How a lady technically it morely happens, a guy threats gives the life threat if the proposal doesn't accepted by a girl.
Correct.
Right. So mainly my question is, how does girl that stay ahead from that situation? How does she make
first of all,
herself safe?
a guy comes
Right.
with that proposal, right? First he might give a normal proposal, just decline it. Every girl should decline proposal in a very smooth way. Many girls sometimes go in a dumb way, right? Or making fun of the person. Stop doing that. Everyone is a human being. He is sharing your emotions because he wants to share it. So first is that you should peacefully say first. Because if you're doing it the reject way, then the threat comes. See, threat only comes when your first actions is negative very badly, or a threat won't come. जब वो पहले प्रपोजल आ रहा है, यार मेरे पापा इसमें से नहीं छोड़ेंगे. If you clearly say that, boy, the threat won't come generally because you're giving love, you're giving that attention which he's seeking for. Point number one. Now you've done a dumb rejection, then he will come with a threat. And when the threat comes, you have two options. जब gangster आपके सामने आता है, you have two options: either run or bring a gangster to back you up. So bring your father to back you up, or you run. You have two options. ये दो option होता है. So take according to whatever your situation is.
Correct.
So when a gangster is coming and threatening you, go and tell your father as best as you can. If not, when time. But then the gangster is too powerful. Best is to change the college and go somewhere else. Because for me, my sister's safety is important, and not the gangster is good or bad or justice. All this is crap.
If that person again follows that girl in,
there is a limit he can follow.
Okay.
It's not that they will be out of millions, one guy might do the next level stuff. In general, leave the college. If you think there is so much of threat for your life, leave the college.
Right.
My sister's life is more important than her education there. Than getting threatened by my gangster every year, and she gets into depressed because of that, and then get mentally crazy. Is much more better to change the college.
Right.
See, that's what. No, people are not dealing with the situation in a positive sense. Everything is negative. Everything is from a negative way to get through. When you bring positivity on, I'm telling you, no gangster can't even come close to you. ऐसा हालात ही नहीं होने वाला. Yaar, if you're a very decent girl, completely well dressed, doing your own studies, which gangster is going to come and propose?
But that happens.
Rarely, right? But if you're synced with your God, if you're synced with the karma which you're doing, unnecessary things will never come, because God or that energy will stand in front of you before they even come close to you. But half the girl दिमाग में मुझे boyfriend चाहिए लगा रहा है, gangster ही आने वाला है. Right? Internally you have the feelings. That's what is attracting the boy. You see, if girls don't push so much of that feeling outside, no? Boys generally won't feel that feeling. See, that's what I say. Most of the wrong things happens to people who believe that the wrong thing will happen to them.
Okay. Right.
If you constantly think rape, the guy will do something wrong. Right? If you think constantly harassment, the guy will harass you. As I always say, the lion is always after the weak deer, not after the strong deer. If you're weak, the lion will come after you. If you're mentally strong, lion can't come close to you because he knows he's dealing with a strong mind. So when I put the blade on front of you, movie wala will trigger, oh, I know in the movie he suicided and the bad name came on me, kutter will come in the girl's mind. Yaar, haan bol jata hu. Right? So they're all playing with your mind. If your mind is not strong, if you have real strong faith in God, yaar, jo bhi ho, I am peacefully will say, there's God within him also. Peacefully will say, बाकी सब देखेंगे क्या होता है. So every fight, every challenge, if it's calmed down, if it's toned down with kindness, even the biggest gangster will understand.
Okay.
Because when bad proposals comes, you make fun of that proposal. Most girls make fun of it. That's what they get it wrong. So use kindness there. You propose to me, I know you like me, but my parents don't allow. He don't focus on studies. अभी पेरेंट्स को पता चलेगा तो मैं घर में ही बैठने वाला हूँ. Then you can't even see me. अभी तो आप देख रख सकते हो मुझे. After you can't see me also. Cute. You tell to a gangster, he'll tone down so low, he will forgive you and make you as a sister also. And making a gangster your sister is the best thing a girl can do.
Okay.
Because the attraction can always shift to sister also. Because even sister also you're attracting.
Right.
Use the gangster on a benefit, no? And मैं तो आपको भैया जैसे दिखता हूँ. Right? So I want to see, let's have a brother-sister relationship. I will support you in whatever you want. But ये girlfriend पापा नहीं छोड़ रहा है. Which gangster won't happily यार तो मुझे बहन मिल गया. Because all the girls are running away from him. बहन बनो ना, gangster का बहन बनो is the most strongest thing you can do. उधर आप reject करके उसका गुस्सा करके then he becomes a threat to you. So think positively, think wisely. Most people are all running into conclusions, getting after it, and then why my life is happening like that? Hey, you are doing something wrong. That is why life is getting wrong. That's why I always joke and say, whatever wrong things happen is because of you. Whatever good things happen is because of the universe and God or your mother's prayers or whatever. So there is something wrong. If a gangster is attracting you, there is something wrong somewhere within you. If you fix that, the gangster also will be fixed.
Correct. So, Deek sir, now my question is.
No, did you get the answer to the last question?
Yes.
Okay.
I did it. Now, consequence to that, right? Now, if I take in a positivity way, right? A girl proposes to a boy, a boy proposes to girl, right? In good manner, with in mind, have a respect, looking over to a boyfriend and girlfriend, not boy sister, but in back of mind, they have a good respect, right? They want to grow the relationship a longer. Might be in marriage, but they have a visibility of a longer period, right? They haven't thought of marriage, but longer period, right? Now, what psychology that goes through in behind of a proposing and accepting it? Because any which way the opponent party is accepting.
My thing is, don't go for it, because the point here is, how will I explain this further on? For example, every child, you given them a toy. For some time they'll play, they'll get bored of it. Same thing going to happen in a relationship. You are still kids.
But they have the back of mind that they want to be very serious on their relationship.
Correct.
Till the wrong.
So if the long run is, hi Janu, love you, sab band karke, respect, you have the relationship, no? And no physical. Go have the continue. I have no problem. But the point is, if the breakup happens, you should be ready to easily come out of it. उतना अटैचमेंट रखो और लंबा सोचो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है?
Okay, so basically you're saying have the respect intact,
Yeah.
and the boy and girl, if
Yeah.
they are coming together, you can stay together for a longer period without having a physical contact, with mutual understanding, and focus on your study, be something or be someone, then come on.
Hold on. Before all that,
Okay.
parents will say yes.
So if they take the permission and the
If
parents
they
say
take
yes,
the permission, go hook around with any guy you want. I have no problem.
okay, okay,
If parents say yes, enjoy.
okay,
See, love marriage is best when parents says yes.
okay,
Or else love marriage will never be succeeding, because when you marry, you need your mother father's energy also. So इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ मामा पापा से लड़ो, हाँ बोलवाओ, जाकर लव मैरिज करो.
But I don't want to go to love marriage right now.
Okay.
I'll bring you back to the
With
particular
parents' permission, you can have a deal with any guy.
Okay.
I don't agree. I can't say no to that, because your parents' property. When your parents' property, if they are okay to hand over you at this age to a guy, it's their call.
Okay.
I support, because mama papa हाँ बोल रहा है तो मैं कौन हूँ ना बोलना है.
Okay. If that context, if both are not student, they are working professionals now, right? But the same procedure goes, right? A boy proposes to a girl and girl is proposed to a boy. Correct. But both are working professional, or either the education has been completed.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Now they are not thinking about the marriage right now. They're just proposing. So do you think that's a good thing or bad thing?
See, after you're settled in life, next part is marriage anyways. So best is, see, there is two factors. Are you thinking to get in the relationship with parents' knowledge or without parents' knowledge? Without parents' knowledge, there's a lot of risk. If something goes wrong, no one's going to back you up. You're all on your own. If parents' things are there, it's a different ball game, because parents are aware of, okay, यार ये तो मुझे पता है ये लड़का कौन है, ये तो मामा का या किसी मेरे फ्रेंड का लड़का है, तो ठीक ठाक वो लोग फ्रेंड्स से, so if their relationship, see as a partner and go on. There's no problem with that.
Okay.
But the point is, how much of the thing you have with your parents is the first question. Because most girls will commit, but last minute they say mama papa हाँ नहीं बोल रहे, इसलिए मैं भी हाँ नहीं बोल सकता.
Because of the Bollywood story now.
Whatever story it is,
Okay.
at the end of the day, today's girls don't have that much of guts.
Okay.
Yeah, they are all mama papa's babies only.
That's the point. Okay.
Right? So पिछले वाला girls, they have that guts. मैं तो, and whatever problem happens, I'll take care. Now all are, one child, one girl child, one girl child. मामा को छोड़ के वो जाने वाला ही नहीं है. इसलिए ज्यादा डाइवोर्स हो रहा है. मैरिज करने के बाद मुझे मामा पापा ही ठीक लग रहा है, मैं वापस जाता हूँ. Right. So what I'm trying to make you understand is that there's two factors here. One is with parents, one is without parents. With parents, I am not here to intervene there. Because something goes wrong, parents will take care of it.
Okay, right.
Without parents is my trouble. But that's where things can go wrong. Because you don't have a experienced person guiding you. If the person is right, or if the person is good for you, or that. When you're on your own, all the risk is yours, all the problems are yours, all the consequences are yours. So if you're even going after a certain age, going into love marriage or whatever it is, I know many girls who after marriage only comes to know the finance of the guys. Why?
Now my question would be there. My question would be there. Now the boy, I'm talking about the boy and girl are well settled, or if it is not well settled, they are working professionals.
Correct.
Right. Now, don't you think that before marriage they should know each other and they should know the other family, if they have the family permissions or not? In the both context, I want to ask that don't you think that the boy and girl, they both talk each other, get to know each other,
and then get married? Okay.
Decide.
Let me explain how love and marriage works. Right now, you're getting into the marriage and coming closer to them. There is an energy within everyone, which is this love energy. Right? Love energy, especially for husband and wife. That love energy. So what happens is when you save that love, when you save that love, when the time of marriage comes, it activates within you, and you'll attract a guy with a similar power of love.
Okay.
Those arranged marriages are generally successful.
Okay.
But what happens nowadays, every youth hooks around with so many guys, exhausts that energy.
Okay.
Then you again hook around, you exhaust that energy. When the time of marriage, you don't have any energy. You're going to attract a wrong guy only in your life because you're completely broken internally. Who is going to give you a broken guy to you? You'll also get a broken guy only. So what is naturally happening is, what I tell the youth is, save that love, save that love, save that love. When time comes, that love will attract the right love. That's how arranged marriages work. Even love marriage also, to a certain extent, if you save that love, it will work for you. But when students are trying out love at this young age and exhausting all their energy, and you are, what I say is, a used thing has less value. An unused thing has more value. New car has more value than second-hand car. So you're a second-hand car or a first new grand have a different value. And when the value is understood by the people, they'll pay a higher price. You'll get much more valuable. New cars, rich people you will get. Second-hand cars, poor people you're going to get. It is simple funda of marriage. What you're trying to do is, if you're not worthy enough, many guys are there, मैं तो time pass करने वाला हूँ, 2-3 लड़की से relationship करना हूँ. When the time comes, wrong girl only, you will see any guy who's a hero in the college, with hooking around the girls, you will see he'll get you will see that wife is never something wrong with the wife. Have a look. In your history, जो भी लड़का वो time pass वो playboy वाला था, you will see he will marry to a girl, you will like, यार कैसे उसको यार इतना हीरो था, ऐसा वाला लड़की लेकर आ गया. So technically everyone has an energy of love. भगवान ने दिया होगा 100% एनर्जी, 100 पॉइंट्स. वो आपको एक एक बॉयफ्रेंड लगा के देकर एग्जॉस्ट करना है, या पूरा 100% मेरा हस्बैंड जो भी आने वाला है उसको अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए मैं यूज करने वाला, वो आपकी मर्जी है.
So same goes with the husband, the boyfriend and girlfriend both.
Everything.
Okay.
Right? So what happens is, if you used it, then the power won't work in marriage. Or you would pray, get that power and purity so strong that you can use it again.
Okay.
Or else you're exhausted.
Okay.
And the other thing I always say, यार after breakup सीधा शादी मत करो. Breakup करने के बाद, move on करने के बाद ही शादी करो.
Okay, I'll come to the breakup part now. ठीक है. Now let's suppose some relationship doesn't work. Right? In the context of boyfriend or girlfriend, right? I'm not going to the marriage right now. So if the breakups happens, some go depression, some don't go, some they part away. Although I don't also believe the mutual partition, but they go away. But some go in depression. So how do they tackle with that depression?
See, first of all, you have to understand why breakups are happening.
Yeah.
Right? Because if that is not clear, you can't know how to get out of breakup.
Right.
अभी breakup क्यों होता है? For example, let me give a boy's example. Boy's example क्या है? Most guys keeps relationship in their eyes. यार दिखने में अच्छा है, यार फिगर अच्छा है, और मेरे से मैच कर रहा हूँ. You tend to have that trophy वाला girl. जो भी ट्रॉफी है, मुझे वो ट्रॉफी चाहिए. एक अच्छी लड़की जा रहा है, automatically your view will go there. राइट? ये लड़की को इरिटेशन आ जाएंगे, क्यों मुझे नहीं देख रहा है, कोई और लड़की मिल गई, या गुड रिपोर्टर ब्रेकअप विल हैपन. क्योंकि उसको तो अटेंशन ही चाहिए था, उसने हाँ बोली. इसको ट्रॉफी चाहिए था, ट्रॉफी मिल गया. अभी लड़का को नया ट्रॉफी मिल गया, अटेंशन नहीं मिल रहा, ब्रेकअप हो गया. क्योंकि इसका क्या, उसको ट्रॉफी चाहिए था, ये लड़की को अटेंशन चाहिए था, दोनों दे दिया, हुकअप हो गया. अभी ये नहीं मिल रहा, इरिटेशन हो गया, ब्रेकअप हो गया. जब ये गैप फिल नहीं कर रहा है, that is when the breakup starts.
So most important thing is attention.
No, most attention is gap filling. Okay. Attention is one example. Okay, I'll give you another example.
Okay.
Girl's example. A girl likes to be carried. Right? पापा ने कैरी नहीं किया तो boys become slaves. No, ये मैं करता हूँ, मैं वो करता हूँ, मैं ड्रॉप करता हूँ, मैं सामान लेता हूँ. तो कैरिंग. यार कैरी करके लड़का तो थक जाता है. So that time you put the girl down for some time. What the girl is going to say? कोई और लड़की मिला आपको उठाने के लिए? Good reporter. Because the girl wants to carry, give time. अभी वो busy हो गया, नहीं दे सकता, तो उधर प्रॉब्लम आता है. क्योंकि क्यों? पापा ने कैरी नहीं किया, पापा ने समय नहीं दिया, तो लड़के दे रहा है, सोच रहा है वो लव. So generally breakup happens when this gap fillings reduces. So what the girl is going to do? कोई और लड़का ढूंढे, कौन मुझे कैरी करने वाला ऐसा वाला. वो भी कैरी करके थक जाएगा, वो किसी और के जाएगी. So like that you're going to go into love until you accept that only if I carry myself I'll carry, is when this thing goes. So that's where most breakup happens. Now You have crossed the line. They,
Mhm.
as a brother, don't get into relationships.
Right.
But you have crossed the line for whatever reason. क्योंकि जब माया आता है, जब attraction आता है, आप sometimes you fall for it.
Mhm.
So if you fall for it, and then the breakup happened, first ask, मैं पहले कैसे फंसी इसमें?
Mhm.
There's a reason behind it.
Mhm.
क्या attraction था कि मैं इसमें फंस गई?
Mhm.
Right? What is he giving me?
Mhm.
वो giving me,
Mhm.
मैं किसी और जगह से ले सकता हूँ या नहीं?
Mhm.
Which is parents,
Mhm.
God, a very good friend, a very good brother, not a friend, a very good brother, a very good sister. Can I get it from them?
Mhm.
Fill that gap with them.
Mhm.
Best is when you're having a breakup, no? Best is to get God.
Mhm.
It's much more easier to connect. Or mother, father,
Mhm.
right? Or brother, sisters. So this 3 levels, if you go, someone will there to fill that gap.
Mhm.
बिकॉज वो गैप नहीं मिल रहा इसलिए आप बाहर जा रहा था. अभी जाकर ढूंढो ना, मामा मैं क्यों, मुझे अटेंशन दे रहा, मुझे समय चाहिए, मुझे आपसे ही बैठना है. लड़ो मामा से, मुझे आपका टाइम चाहिए. नहीं मामा ने ऐसा नहीं है. कौन बोला मामा ऐसे नहीं? जाकर लड़ो मामा से, मामा मुझे 1 घंटा आप मेरे साथ बैठो, बस इधर ही बैठो, मुझे बस देखना है आपको. आपका हक बनता है ना. उधर नहीं पूछते, लड़के को पूछते 1 घंटा बैठो मेरे साथ. राइट. सो फिल दैट गैप. आफ्टर फिलिंग दैट, दैट्स वन ऑप्शन. आफ्टर फिलिंग दैट गैप, बी थैंकफुल कि ये लड़का आकर छोड़ दिया, मेरा शादी नहीं हुआ उसके साथ.
ओके.
क्योंकि शादी होने के बाद डाइवोर्स होना और भी गड़बड़ है. So it is good that God or universe had this breakup at a very early stage, so I can realize that it is not right for me. Why break? Now you say, sir, you are saying everything negative. Why breakup is positive? It makes you think wisely when you check out the next guy during the time of marriage. क्योंकि आप ऐसा वाला लड़का अट्रैक्ट नहीं करने वाला, क्योंकि आपका असली एनर्जी ऐसा वाला अट्रैक्ट करने का वर्थ था आपका. अभी ब्रेकअप के बाद आपका ज्ञान और भी अच्छा हो जाता है, फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम यू विल सेलेक्ट अ राइट वाइफ. सो एवरी ब्रेकअप इज मेकिंग यू मोर केपेबल टू सेलेक्ट अ राइट हस्बैंड और राइट वाइफ. ऐसा ब्रेकअप भी पॉजिटिव हो गया. लास्ट थिंग इज लर्न टू बी फॉरगिविंग दैट पर्सन और थैंकफुल लेकर आओ, क्योंकि आप मेरे जिंदगी में आ गया, इसलिए मुझे ये ज्ञान मिल गया कि ऐसा वाला लड़का को ट्रस्ट ही नहीं करो. राइट. और ये ब्रेकअप होने के बाद यार ऐसा लड़की आ गया जो मैं हैप्पी गो लकी गाय था, अभी थोड़ा सीरियसनेस मेरे अंदर लेकर आया, ये लड़की के तरह था, तो उसलिए मैं माफ करता हूँ क्योंकि वो मेरा टीचर था. सो एवरी ब्रेकअप इज अ टीचर. सो उस पर फोकस करेगा तो किधर डिप्रेशन आने वाला है. हाय, डिप्रेशन कभी आता है यार, सब उसका गलती है, उसने मुझे चीट किया. अब इफ यू लव देम टू मच, सब मेरा गलती है, मैंने कुछ गलत किया होगा इसलिए उसने चीट किया. दोनों तरह से आप नेगेटिव ही हो रहा है. इफ यू लव देम यू आर रॉन्ग, इफ यू हेट देम दे आर रॉन्ग. उसको उत्तर नहीं मिल रहा. नो, सिंपल सी बात है. वो लड़की ने आपको डंप किया, फुल स्टॉप करो ना. जो भी आपने लव किया वो लव ही नहीं था, एक भ्रम में दोनों पड़ा हुआ था, इसलिए ब्रेकअप हो गया. तो वो एक्सेप्ट करो ना. नहीं, यही लड़की मुझे चाहिए, यही लड़की से मैं खुश होने. यार ये और कोई मूवी वाला डायलॉग, लड़का और लड़की वजह, एक बार मैं लव करने के बाद किसी और से लव नहीं कर सकता. स्कैम. पहले तो आपको माँ को लव कर रहा था, अभी लड़का मिल गया उससे लव कर रहा है, तो क्या फिर नया दूसरा लड़का आएगा उसको भी प्यार करेंगे. राइट. सो लव कीप्स मूविंग. मेनी पीपल थिंक दिस ऑल मूवी वाला उसके बगैर मैं नहीं जी सकता. यार वो सब बात है, वो असलियत नहीं होता. बिकॉज लव कैन चेंज, लव कैन मूव, लव कैन हैज टू चेंज आल्सो. राइट. So that is the process. So first thing is these 5 steps you do is the best way to, you'll never even get close to depression. Depression कभी आता है, कोई blame हो रहा है, इसका गलती या मेरा गलती है, उसका गलती का उत्तर नहीं मिलता, आप डिप्रेशन हो जाता है. अब आपका गलती, अपने आप डिप्रेशन हो जाता है.
You said that कि don't use your power or your whatever the body power that you have, you should not expense it before the marriage.
Correct.
Now scientifically, I have heard some scientists that body has a need, right? Now if a boy or girl meets, now I'm talking about little youth. Correct. Or towards your mature youth. Correct. Right. They meet, they interact. Either they attract or they get love each other. So I have that familiar feeling consequences. But let's say it is attraction or love, right? So now they get into intimacy, right? Is it because of the scientific reason of their body need, or is it because the gap filling?
If you need too much body, go exercise. You won't have all these feelings. Right? Go run around the ground. ये इतना अंदर ये एनर्जी रखा हुआ है, मूवी देख के इतना रोमांस का एनर्जी सर में छड़ा हुआ है, you'll automatically get a guy and you'll get attracted and you'll feel like sleeping with him. See, the point is if you're really focused on your studies, if you're really focused on making your parents proud, आपके दिमाग में नहीं आएगा लड़के के बारे में, right? So when you're naturally seeing all this energy is created by your mind. See, mind can never think anything new. Mind can only think what it already knows. Give it good things to think, it'll think good. Give it bad things to think, it's going to think bad. If you give romance, it is going to be romance. Right? Yeah, long time ago, very few people go physical. Now every movie is showing girls and boys going physical.
Right.
तो लड़के भी ट्राई करेंगे. तो किसका गलती है? किसी का भी गलती नहीं है, पर सिस्टम गलती. और मामा पापा, आज के यूथ हम क्या कर सकता है, हमारे कंट्रोल से गया हुआ है. वो लोग गया है, इसलिए मैं हूं ना ब्रदर के जैसे ये लोग को रास्ता दिखाना, क्योंकि मामा पापा तो कुछ नहीं बोल रहा, दूसरा अपने भैया भी कुछ नहीं बोल रहा, तो आई हैव टू कम एंड फिगर इट आउट फॉर टू टेल देम, यार ये एज पढ़ाई का है, पढ़ाई कर कुछ बनो, फिर हम इसके बारे में सोचेंगे. कौन अभी मामा भाई, अभी तो ट्रेंड है लड़की वर्ग का स्टाइल. अभी दूसरी बात, ये गर्लफ्रेंड बॉयफ्रेंड का कॉन्सेप्ट कभी डाल रहे आप बच्चे के दिमाग को, आपको पता है
कब?
When they are in the first grade, no? आप क्या पूछेंगे, यार तुम्हारा गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं है क्लास में? तो एक ही साल में आप डाल रहे कि वो बोल रहे नहीं गर्लफ्रेंड, मुझे लड़का पसंद नहीं है, लड़की पसंद है, सब मैं मुझे फ्रेंड्स है. पर आप उधर ही डाल रहे क्या बॉयफ्रेंड कौन है तुम्हारा? ओ तुम तो ये लड़की से बात कर रहे, बॉयफ्रेंड ही है. वो बचपन में आप बॉयफ्रेंड के डाले हुए जा रहे हैं, जब यूथ में आता है उस पर आपको प्रॉब्लम है. राइट? सो उस टाइम अब ओ यू आर लुकिंग एज सिस्टर, नो, वो सिस्टर वो एक साल में डालो ना, उधर आप बॉयफ्रेंड डाल दे. जो भी अंकल आंटी आएगा 1 साल या 2 साल का ग्रेड का बच्चे के क्या क्वेश्चन है, कौन गर्लफ्रेंड है तुम्हारा स्कूल में? राइट? तो 1 साल 2 साल में गर्लफ्रेंड कौन सा उसका दिमाग में बैठ गया, फिर मूवी देखेंगे, वो ट्रिगर आ जाता है, फिर जब कॉलेज आता है प्रपोजल शुरू होता है.
So that also goes to subconscious mind.
That is what the child, why all kids are going crazy from no good reason. या बचपन से डाला हुआ है ये चिप.
Right.
तो जो आप देख लीजिए, you see in real life, first grade, second grade, first question, uncle auntie, girlfriend कौन है?
Now my question is, do you think this has a different geographical status? अगर कोई अर्बन एरिया में है, राइट, और सिटी एरिया में है, सो दिस क्वेश्चन may come around, बट कोई विलेज एरिया में है तो उसमें तो मम्मी पापा तो ये नहीं पूछते, या फिर अंकल आंटी तो ये नहीं पूछते कि बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड है.
एट द एंड ऑफ द डे विलेज में मूवी देख रहे हैं लोग ना,
राइट,
तो इन्फ्लुएंस होता है.
राइट.
सी द प्रॉब्लम इज नॉट अबाउट वो लोग देख रहा है या नहीं. अभी पूरा विलेज में जब मैं जाता हूँ, पूरा बच्चे लोग मोबाइल पे पड़ा हुआ है. अब क्या डेटा वो लोग ले रहा है, आई डोंट हैव नो आइडिया. आई हैव सीन इन माय लाइफ व्हेन आई वाज ट्रैवलिंग इन एयरपोर्ट, एक मे बी शी इज 10 ग्रेड स्टूडेंट्स, स्क्रॉल कर इंस्टाग्राम रैंडम, उधर बच्चे लोग भी है, सेलिब्रिटीज भी है, एक्सपोजर भी चल रहा है. तो एक लड़की पूरा टाइम एक्सपोज दे, वो लोग एक्सपोज करना नॉर्मल होता है. तो बचपन से बच्चे लोग इंटीमेसी सीन देख रहे हैं, क्योंकि मामा पापा इंटीमेसी देख रहे, बच्चे वो मोबाइल लेके इंटीमेसी देख के वो सब ठीक है, करता हूं मैं.
ओके.
सो that's what I'm saying, children don't know anything. What you give them, they are reacting towards that. Right? अभी सब लोग अभी movies, यार एक मूवीज जब रिलीज होता है, इट इज एन एज. कौन उसके बारे में सोचता है, यार लगाओ रोमांस सीन 5 साल लड़का देखने दो. Right? But when you're giving that young age such big exposure about love, which is not love again, which is all acting, and that acting you think is real life and you work towards in real life, failure तो होना ही वाला है.
Then do you agree that अगर marriage तक, if a person, both male or female, a boy or girl, right, stays single, so they do wander in their career?
Do they? They will generally do better in their career because their energy will be more focused on career. एक आदमी जो 16 आवर्स उसके काम पर डाल गया है, एक आदमी जो 8 घंटा लड़की के साथ और 8 घंटा काम के साथ, कौन ऊपर सक्सेस में जाएगा ज्यादा? जो 16 घंटा एक काम पर कर रहा है वही अच्छा हो जाएगा ना. For success point of view, a person who works 16 hours on success and 8 hours on work and 8 hours on a girl, who will be more successful?
Probability is 16 hours.
Correct. Because probably he works smart also, right? Not that working on the wrong. But generally, a person who studies 16 hours will score more than a student who studies 8 hours. It is normal concept. तो लड़की को देना है या पढ़ाई पर देना है, that's your call. See, what I say study is like praying only.
Right.
When a child studies 100%, he's praying to God only because that is his duty. For example, if you bring the Hinduistic principle, जब आप पढ़ाई कर रहा है, आप सरस्वती माता पूजा ही कर रहा है. You are praying God in that form. If you manage your money properly, you are praying Lakshmi Mata only. So technically, you see, when you are there to study and pray Saraswati Mata, you're going and hanging around with the love, which is completely Maya and all those factors. Are you really getting the grace of Saraswati Mata? Answer is no. You have a relationship, I can guarantee you're losing 5% marks or whatever your range is to that guy. And you other thing is, whichever relationship is not right, one person will grow, one person will come down. Right? So have a look at it. यार ये आने के बाद मेरा दिमाग सुकून आ रहा है या गड़बड़ चल रहा है, भागो निकलो उसमें से. That's why I talk about friendship. आपको कैसे पता चलता है friendship अच्छा है या नहीं? When you become a friend or when you have a friend comes to you, यार ये आने के बाद I'm feeling good or bad. If bad, leave the friendship. Right? After he come into my life, I'm an 80% student. I become 85 or 75. 85 keep, 75 throw. First, friendship is very simple. बाकी सब scam होता है. ये friendship long. Every friendship have an expiry date.
Okay.
And every girl and best friends have a sure expiry date, which is marriage. Okay. Because marriage के बाद you can't be best friends, girls and boys. क्योंकि your husband feel jealous or your wife is going to feel jealous. Right? So all these best friends, if you want a happy married life, should move once the marriage steps in. Because your wife becomes your best friend, your husband becomes your best friend.
Right.
And if that shift happens, you're having happy married life. If that shift doesn't happen, you'll tell all your garbage about your husband to your best friend. And best friend will control you and hit it back. And then divorce will automatically happen because third party has come.
Now I'll come back to the marriage part now.
Yeah.
I'll ask you this question. This might be a contradictory, but this is a very crucial question actually. Now, if a single person never been in a relationship, right? He gets married, right? And one he has been an experience of relationship, though mutually parted or not, whatsoever, breakup has happened. So, what do you think, right? In the both context of male and female, right? Whose relationship will be better in marriage?
Good question. That's one of the best questions you ask. So, what you're trying to see here is that first of all, there's nothing called mutual breakup. There is one person breaking up. To just satisfy yourself, you're saying mutual breakup.
Yeah, might be. Yes.
Right? Because जब breakup आता है, it is always one person.
Right.
दो person breakup नहीं होता. It will be a girl's reason or a boy's reason first.
Right.
Then you'll justify the second reason and have a mutual breakup.
Right.
The first question you're basically saying, if your person's experience in relationship, would he live a successful married life? Correct. Or a person who has no experience in relationship, would he live a successful married life?
Correct.
That's your question.
Right.
So the first thing is, the person who has more relationships have exhausted their love. Second point is, he's used 2-3 times. That purity and that positivity is not there with him at all.
Okay.
Which will work against his favor when the girl comes in, because he's going to attract an empty bottle.
Okay.
Because he's empty. So generally dynamics won't work because you both are empty.
Right.
See, you attract the person who you become is a concept I believe in.
The energy exchange.
The energy exchange. So you will attract the person who you become.
Right.
So if you are that pure positive person, as I always joke, in the Hinduistic principle, if you are Ram, Sita will come.
Right.
Don't do Ravan activities and expect Sita to come. Full stop. That is marriage.
Okay.
Ram was hanging around, hooking around with all girls who came over. But he got Sita. So the question is that if you are Ram, Sita will be given to you. But if you're Ravan, even though you take Sita, Sita can't stay with you.
Okay.
So if you make it, Ram was experienced in love?
Not in that context.
In that context, right? He was a pure guy, hardworking, whatever Guru said, he followed. And then the Guru took him to the Swayamvar and that connection happened. If you're pure and if you're worthy in getting the right girl, you work on being Ram, Sita will be given to you.
If I ask the same question in context of Krishna, then how do you explain?
In context, how you want to talk about Krishna?
The same example, the same question if the person is not Ram, if the person is Krishna, then how do you explain it?
See, what happens is Ram teaches you certain things in the Ramayana.
Right.
When you shift the story to Krishna, which
Correct.
is Mahabharata and all, the context, because the whole story changes of Krishna.
Right. But my part is into the relationship itself only.
Relationship itself. So what's your question about Krishna?
Now, Krishna,
Yeah.
in Krishna,
Yeah.
he loved many, females, right?
Correct. Okay.
I'm not
Okay,
saying
go
it is
ahead, go
physical
ahead.
or
Go
non-physical.
Go
I'm
ahead.
not saying it.
Yeah.
In the perspective of positivity itself,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Now, she's, he's married to one, but his relationship to are many,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Now, in the both context, there is a successful story,
Good.
right? Now, you're saying that if a person is single, probability is higher, this marriage would be a success. Now, my question is, in the both context, I've seen that both the story are success,
Correct.
which is presented to us itself in the bookish language.
Okay.
Now, how do you contradict that?
Now see, now you're bringing two big gods in the same picture, right? So
But my
now,
focus
now,
is on
now,
the relationship.
now
not
I'm going
the
to bring
God.
spirituality because you've got spirituality now into it, right? Now Ram, being Ram, he was at a human level. Krishna being Krishna, he was at a God level. There are two different perspectives here.
There is
Right?
a difference. Okay.
Ram was a human. He shouldn't be known that he's God. If he has known God, then he can't kill Ravan because Ravan can only be killed by a human.
Okay.
So a message for a human is always Ram and not Krishna.
Right. Now that is the point.
Get the point?
Right.
So what Rama did is what we have to learn from of being a husband, which needs to be done. Now my next question is, did Rama leave Sita Mata to the thing and abandon his wife for whatever reason? That is not a husband story. That is a king story. If king has done something wrong, and if the society is asking, questioning the king, at that time, for the safety of the kingdom, he have to sacrifice his wife. That is a king's message and not a husband's message. So when you bring Ramayana and Krishna or Mahabharata all together, there is a context behind it. There's a story backing. If you just say Ravan is villain and Rama is hero, you have lost the essence of Ramayana. You say that, Ravan kidnapped this one or Ravan kidnapped Sita Mata. From my point of view, it was not a kidnap. It was a completely planned strategical concept so that Ramayana will come to human beings like us so we can learn from it.
Correct.
So if you naturally look at it, if you're comparing how Krishna worked, first of all, Krishna and his gopis, it's a different devotion and it's not love. That's the other dumbness most people come. Radha Mata and this one is not love, it is devotion. And people get it wrong. And they link your Krishna was hanging around with a lot of gopikas and he's loving them.
Well, that is in there in bookish language.
See, that is what? No, the real essence is not understood by people. It's all marketing. If you want to get in love, you go after Krishna. If you want marriage, you go after Ram. Right?
Correct.
Every girl, मुझे राम का जैसा एक husband चाहिए. कोई नहीं बोलता मुझे कृष्ण जैसा एक husband चाहिए. Right? But you will say Krishna जैसा एक lover चाहिए मुझे. But you will say Krishna जैसा husband चाहिए. You get the point. So each person, see, I'm not comparing Ravana or Ram. I'm not comparing. I'm just saying you a context. It's a story.
That is what
it's a complete understanding of the story of what is there for me in Ramayana, what is there in for me in this one. For example, now I give a simple example of relationships. Now in Sita Swayamvar, right? Ravan was also there. Point wise, he's the most handsome guy. He's the most well-built guy. He's the most richest guy. He has his own kingdom which is in gold. He's the most greatest Bhakt of Shiva. What was wrong with Ravan? He was perfect. But then Sita Mata still chose Ram. You have to ask the question why. Nowadays people are going after Ravan only. यार उसका बड़ा बंगला है, शादी करवाओ. उसका एक इतना सोने का चिड़िया है, पापा बोले शादी करवाओ. यार रावण को ही भेज रहा है आप बच्ची को, तो किधर हैप्पी मैरिड लाइफ यू गोइंग टू गेट? Right. No one does a proper investigation. But जब Sita Mata saw that I'm talking too much. I normally don't talk about religious stuff, but you picked me on religion with regards to both core things. So I need to bring more clarity. But then what Sita Mata did? Sita Mata went and saw the way how Rama respected the Guru. Right? Saw his character. Because Ravan showed ego. But when Rama came on that Dhanush, he prayed. That let me do. See, I will tell you something. Dhanush can only be raised by Sita Mata only, no one else. But that time Sita Mata prayed, let half my power go to Ram. And that is how Ram raised. Ram is only a Ram because of Sita Mata. If Ram was not there, Sita Mata, Ram wouldn't be Ram.
Right. The message is clear.
Message is very clear.
Yeah.
Ram bano. You will get Sita. I can guarantee you will be taken by your guru to Sita in front of you. But if you're Ravan, whatever you try in your life, if you're the greatest of the greatest bhakt, or if you're the greatest of the greatest career, how much ever you try, Sita won't come close to you. It is in front of you. You have all the power.
Right.
Power won't work.
Right. So I'll come back to now human. Right. In current era, right, in the both the context, a person doesn't have a relationship experience, a person is having a relationship experience.
Correct.
In the both cases, divorce is happened, which I have acknowledged. Right. Now tell me, what are the key roles or aspect would be there in the both cases, which has or by which they have come across to a divorce?
Okay. Now, love marriage and arranged marriage. Two marriages talked about.
इसको इन दोनों में क्या ऐसा
Why divorce happens in both?
दोनों में divorce हो सकता है?
So, but you want me to talk love marriage and arranged marriage, how that works, or we jump into divorce?
अगर कोई single होगा तो obviously mainly they are arranged. अगर कोई relationship में था, possibility is they are into a relationship.
Generally, in the Indian context, they end up arranged marriage only.
Right. But my context is both. Context is both. But my context is someone has a relationship experience.
Correct.
And someone doesn't.
So let me explain to you. First, you got to understand how love marriage works and how arranged marriage works.
Correct. Yep.
Both are powerful. Both can be reaching supreme.
Correct.
Right. For example, let me see which scenario I should do. Okay. For example, let me make love marriage. How does love marriage have positively working? If you have love for both, if it is pure love. Pure love is above religion, above caste, above astrology. It goes all above that. Because you're touching the pure love, which is the Shiva Shakti, that concept, that love. Right? When you come into that love, nothing applies.
Okay.
If you remain in that same love, love marriage will sustain.
Okay.
If that love drops when a child comes, when the love drops when the mother comes, when the love drops when you fight, that time all this religion, astrology, everything is going to hit you hard.
Okay, so basically it's energy and expectation.
No, it is basically that level of love where you stand. Okay. Is it below religion, below astrology, or is above religion or above astrology? Because love believers should not believe in astrology.
Correct.
Because you're touching that love which is purest form, which is equal to God, which is equal to positivity.
Okay.
So when you come to that love, nothing applies. Age doesn't apply, your status doesn't apply, everything. It is just that purity of love which you stand in, like a God relationship which you have. So that is that. If it goes down, which meaning you had a fight, and the guy will say, all you caste people are like that. That is enough to create a flame into your relationship of love. Or aapka mama aisa hai, isliye aap aisa hai. Boom! That is, how dare you tell about my mother? Divorce will happen. So what happens is when this love drops, the energy is going to come so hard. It could be a mother, it could be astrology, it could be caste. All will come so hard, it will just destroy her. That is why love marriage have this weakness. Which is, if that drops, you're asking for trouble because the system is going to hit you so hard. Right? Because always, love marriage should maintain the purity of that love. That love should be priority. Only then everything else. But you put this down, in simple terms, love marriage, when the kid comes, when any of the love shifts a lot to the kid, I will tell you divorce is going to happen. Because the love has dropped. Right? And then, you was not. So all these things will factor. The other thing about love marriage, why divorce happened is, when you're a lover, you're a lover. But after marriage, you're no more a lover. You're a husband and a wife. So there is certain responsibilities as a husband and wife. There is certain responsibilities as a mother and a father. If you're starting run away thinking I'm a lover, it's not going to work for you. Right? Roles are changing. Right? You don't expect after 20 years to give a rose on, a Valentine's Day. You know you love each other. Why you have to give a rose? To justify the love? But before marriage, you had to give a rose. That means you don't love the person. Then my question, is it love? See, not giving a rose on a Valentine's Day, if the girl feels bad, I can guarantee and tell you it is not love. आपने मेरा birthday बोल गया. Oh, you don't love me. Yeah, what? Men will forget. right? It happens. But you know your wife, he's really working hard for making a career in my life, to stabilize my life, or we are working together. वो बीबी क्या बोलेंगे? Just okay, क्या होगा? मैं तो let's go outside for a dinner. That is a loving wife. But if you are going on that, मेरा ये भूल गया, वो था, वो love ही नहीं था.
And in context of a husband?
Whichever context.
Achha, it is both.
Yeah, it's both.
Okay.
See, once you're coming as a couple, now you're coming as a couple, no. In
It's
couple,
partnership.
it's a couple. If the girl says, yeah, you forget my birthday, which means you don't love me, over. So it's not love. But on the other hand, a loving person will say, I know you're busy today, no? It's okay. You forget my birthday. I made a small cake because I know you'll forget.
So partnership will come.
I know you're busy today. So I made a small cake. Let's celebrate. That is a love. Which means you are doing your best. Husband not doing not. And when you do that, I can guarantee next time husband won't forget your birthday.
Sir, now my question is कि अब अगर उनकी रिलेशनशिप में कोई प्रॉब्लम आ गई है आफ्टर मैरिज, राइट, अगर वो डिवोर्स तक बात आ गई है, ठीक है, डू यू थिंक देयर इज अ सेकंड चांस? होता तो है हमेशा, ठीक है, लेकिन जो चांसेस हैं उनको कितना सीरियसली लेना चाहिए और क्या क्या करना चाहिए टू सेव देयर मैरिज लाइफ?
See, the first thing is, husband and wife mein, there is always a second chance, there's always a third chance, there's always unlimited chance if both are willing to give it.
Okay.
That's point number one. Because husband and wife, you have come as become one. अभी आपको separate करना है, वो आपकी मर्जी है. It's your personal interest. But a wife can change a husband, husband can change a wife if you give that love or thing properly. Because I've talked to a woman whose husband was a big drunkard. But I told her to make few changes, work on from that point, and he slowly reduced it. He didn't stop it, but he reduced the drinking. Because he was expecting certain kind of love from their wife, he started giving that, so he didn't need alcohol to fulfill it. Right?
Okay.
So, see, divorce generally happens, when I tell people, is generally when third party involves. Third party means your own mother. Or your own father, your own mother-in-law, father-in-law. When they involve only, generally, the couple gets the power to fight, or they negotiate. See, when two guys, weak people are fighting,
right.
When husband and wife fight, both becomes weak. When both are fighting, when the daughter or the girl gets the power of the mother, she will start. And when the husband gets the power of the father, she will go fight. Then the battle happens. Then the divorce happens. If the mother and father steps out of it, they will start negotiating. Both are weak. See, when both are weak, negotiation happens. When both are strong, fight continues. Every war is based on that.
Right.
So when you start seeing it from that point of view, you will naturally understand that all these divorces are triggered by third party. As I always say, married girls or boys should never hang around with divorced people. They will end up divorce only.
Okay.
ये मेरा close friends है. Divorce है, निकलो.
Okay.
Because half the time they'll talk how boys are bad, how girls are bad. And you'll think it. Now other thing about divorce. आपका मम्मा का father का experience खराब होगा doesn't mean that your husband's life should be the same. तो मम्मा advice कैसे देंगी? Checking about their husband. आपका पापा खराब होगा, पर आपका जो लड़का मिला अच्छा होगा, पर आप जो लेंस, आप मम्मा का लेंस डालता है, फिर आपका हस्बैंड देखता है, वही दिखने वाला आपको, राइट? आपका मम्मा का प्रॉब्लम, वो हस्बैंड को डाउट करता, अच्छा फादर तो अच्छा होगा, पर ये डाउटिंग का कॉन्सेप्ट आपको देगा, वो अच्छा भी वही डाउट करने वाला है जो भी हो. So most of the divorces are happening when third party comes, and when third party comes, they have more power. When more power comes, they fight more, and when they fight more, it leads to discussion because they have a power who's backing it up. But what I tell parents in general is, या शादी करने के बाद leave them for 2-3 years, let them figure it out. कौन मेरे बेटी के ये बारे में बोला, कौन मेरे बेटी के ये बारे में बोला, क्या छोड़ दो अकेले ना. यार मामा बोला मेरे साथ रहो, यार मेरे साथ रहेगा, आप इतना चिढ़ने वाले लड़की को कि that लड़की will fight against a son and then the divorce will happen. Right? Because now the problems, olden days, people never used to get too involved in married couples. Now सब लोग नाक डाल रहे हैं. अंकल आएगा ये साइड पे, अंकल आएगा वो साइड, तुम काम. अभी husband and wife have decided the girl won't go for work for whatever reason. अंकल आएगा, तो क्या काम में नहीं जा रहा? क्या हुआ? लड़का छोड़ रहा है नहीं आपको? यार वो चिढ़ गए फिर. Both have happily decided that both have a great business, both are going to support in the same business, and that's all planned. Uncle will come. क्या लड़के के बिजनेस में काम कर, तुम इंडिपेंडेंट बनो ना, उधर से शुरू हो गया. So there should be an open conversation with the husband and wife in a closed room, not telling your problems. Main problem is you tell most of your mental problems, which can be talked, emotional problems to other people. Stop doing that. See, physical touch, if the guy hits hard, then it's a discussion. That is when the first step of divorce can be thought about, because he's physically, there is a threat towards your life. But then when a husband gets angry, love me, you might hit. Right? Girls scratch when they're love. You see, where no one knows what husband. When the girl gets really angry, she won't hit, she will scratch. So that is all husband and wife part. Yeah, Mahadev or Parvati Mata is fighting once in a while. Who are we? Right? Everyone says in the Hinduistic principle, what do you say? The best husband and wife couple is Shiva and Parvati Mata. Right? They are also fighting. So how can we get out of it? Right? So if you naturally look at it, it is normal because you are both working towards your growth. Both are challenging each other to be better. And when the challenge becomes too much, it becomes threatening. And that you take it personally. And when you take it personally, the problem starts. So as I always say, if a husband and wife thinks from the me concept, it'll divorce. When you think we concept, it'll stay there for long.
Right.
And the other thing nowadays, most of the trend of the youth, they look for matching partners. Matching partners, what happens is very dangerous. Because you look at any successful, happy married life, there'll be one quiet lady and the men will be talkative, or the men will be talkative, the lady will be quiet. So it's complementing each other. Right? So if you're complementing each other, your weakness will be the other person's strength, and your strength will be other person's weakness. That is how we become. Shiva says Shiva is only Shiva with Shakti, Shakti is only with Shiva and Shakti. And when both comes together, you're unstoppable. That's why you're always incomplete. That's why I always say boys are only boys. Boys only become man after you marry. Girls only become a woman after you marry. Or before that, all about boy stuff only.
Right.
And what happens in marriage? Why you become a man? You see the girl's perspective. You see the opposite sex perspective. And then you take a decision which is much more powerful. A boy will take from boy's perspective. A girl will take from girl. But a man will consider the boys and the girl's perspective and take a decision which is unstoppable, because you're considering both parties when a decision is being taken.
Right.
Right? And human beings were always created not differentiating people. When you give a baby, you give a girl or a boy, it sees as baby only. But as we age, we become man and female. Then God brings marriage to rub against and think that we both are the same. Basically, God is making a baby at the end of the day. Right? So that is a process. You start with the baby, you end with the baby. What I'm saying, live like a baby,
Now you said live like a baby, right? Now, post-marriage, everyone wants to be a parent. Now they become a parents. Now I'll come in two aspects, right? In beginning, when we discussed about the attraction and love, right, of the youth, they find a gap filler of the parents to match it up, so that where they come across as an attraction.
Correct.
Now, what the parents do to fill that gap with their kid, so that doesn't happen itself.
First of all, this main concept of generation gap is the problem.
Yes.
Parents are saying generation gap, children are saying generation gaps. Value transfer is not happening.
Okay.
Value transfer means, for example, value transfer meaning, for example, you are doing a puja. Parents don't know why they're doing the puja. And children ask, why are you doing the puja? Parents also don't know what to tell them. So they create their own assumption about the puja and they get it all wrong.
Okay.
So what is happening is when the transfer of values is not being transferred, third party will give their values which is against the mother and father.
Okay.
You get the point? If your parents, what for that you need time. For that you can't be too busy working, home stuff.
Attention is the most important thing.
Time is the most important thing.
Right.
Nowadays, which parents give time to children? Very few. Both parents are working. Maid is taking care of the child. All maid's values are going to go to the child, no? Many senior people tell me, why do today's children are putting all their parents in old age home? I'll say, Mama, जब बच्चे की आपकी जरूरत था, आपको मेड को हैंड ओवर किया. अब जब आपको बच्चे की जरूरत है, बच्चे तो हैंड ओवर करना है दूसरे मेड को ओल्ड एज में. साइकिल तो आने वाला है वापस. तो आपकी मर्जी है, आपको साइकिल चलाना है, स्टार्ट करना है, अंत तो आपका साइकिल शुरू हो जाएगा. So the problem is everyone wants to show that, you know, I am successful, but in that success you lose your family. Right? I still don't understand. This is just my concept. Right? When a child is there, either the girl should stop working or the boy should stop working. Someone should stop. Or the parents are lucky if the grandfather is taking or grandmother is taking care of the child. So if both girls and boys want to work, bring their parents in home. Forget all your finances. You're making enough money. No, both are working enough money you're making. Bring the parents, so at least the grandfather's, grandmother's values get transferred to the child. Or someone has to stop working. Or his maid takes over.
Right.
Right. When the maid takes over, most maids are having a tough life. In relationship, they are the most having the toughest life. Most of the maids, I'm not saying all maids, they are having a tough husband, you know, alcoholic husband, whatever you'll hear when you talk to maids, you'll hear all the odd stories.
Right.
That values are being transferred on your child. What she's going to or he's going to be when he becomes big. And maid is not giving love; it's giving a contract.
Right.
So child is learning contractual love and not real love. Real love only mother can give. Or maximum grandmother, grandfather can give. And when maid is giving that, that maid love is going to reflect back into the child. And that love, they're trying to fix marriage, which is not going to get fixed anyways, because maid is having a tough life anyways.
Right. Right.
It's all a big cycle which people are not realizing, and where a person like me takes from a different angle, telling the same story. Are you guys not messing up? As a brother, as a son, I can tell that. But if you're willing to mess up on your own, I can't do it. Now girls are going after their career, boys are going after. Go, I have no problem. Who's going to take care of the child? Or don't have kids. You go after a career, adopt a kid, I'm happy for it. But don't make a kid and both go after career, and spoil that. Because most of the kids who come to me tells me my mother have no time for me, my father has no time for me, and I have to be their father, their brother to fix their problem. Why do I exist? Because the parents are failing, the brothers are failing, the sisters are failing. If brothers and brothers get their act together, I am not needed in this world. I'm just needed in this world because people are messing up. As you told initially, after 18, sister's choice, brothers should not do that. Sister have a limited choice. An elder brother have control over what she does. Put that control, bring her back to their family. Not give her a free run to a random guy who has no clue what he's up to, first of all. Right? See, and when love happens, love is same age only, no? That's why I tell people, most guys, यार love करेगा तो यार 3 साल छोटे लड़की को पकड़ के love करो ना. Chances are there you will be settled down and you can ask for the girl. अभी same age में आप जाकर propose कर रहा है, generally girls will get married earlier, boys will get late. यार वो उधर ही आपका breakup शुरू होता है when you say same age.
Right, right.
Yeah, love marriage, be smart. Pick a 3-year, 4-year or younger girl. Then go love propose. तो उस टाइम जब उसका मैरिज टाइम होता है, यू आर सेटल डाउन, सो यू कैन आस्क फॉर द गर्ल. और सेम एज में डाल रहा है, लड़की पहले जा रहा है वाला. स्टुपिडिटी, नो? देयर इज अ वे टू डू लव मैरिज, देयर इज अ वे टू अरेंज मैरिज. बट सब लोग गलती कर बैठता है, फिर बोल रहा है लव मैरिज इज नॉट बैड, अरेंज मैरिज आल्सो स्टुपिडिटी नाउ. राइट? पेरेंट्स डोंट नो व्हाट दे आर डूइंग. जब प्रेशर आता है, किसी को पकड़ के मैरिज करवा रहा है, बड़ा ऐसे रावण को लेकर दे रहा है, बड़ा बंगला है, शादी करवाओ. पर दिखावा कि बंगला है, पूरा लोन में डाला हुआ है. फिर बाद में डाउरी के पैसा से वो लोग वो लोन हटा रहा है, और डाउरी नहीं मिल रहा, घर से बाहर निकल रहा है. तो यार थोड़ा समय लियो. रिलेशनशिप में समय लगता है ज्ञान मिलने के लिए, समय लगता है लोगों को पहचानने के लिए. ये आंख बंद कर बड़ा बिल्डिंग हो गया, शादी करवाओ. What I always say for boys, it is best to marry girls which are slowly lower to their status. There you will get the right girl. But here equal status, equal ये यार आप भी equal है, आपका equal भी is not never equal. Because what happens is when you go at a higher status of level, so much of values are compromised. Even though you're sticking to the values, you compromise your values. Like if every brother says to sister, यार 18 है, enjoy करो. यार जब enjoy करके गड़बड़ में फंसेंगे, वो भाई को बाद में मुंह नहीं दिखा सकता लोगों के सामने. वो आपकी मर्जी है, आपको 18 में फ्रीडम देना है, या जब समय आता है, समय में जो भी फ्रीडम चाहिए उसका जरूरत दियो. इज अ गुड ब्रदर. ये लॉ के 18 के बाद इसका चॉइस है, ये जो भी करना है यार करना है, घर से बाहर निकलो, करना है जो भी करना है, घर में बैठ के मत करो. ये मेनी गर्ल्स और बॉयज सर मुझे इंडिपेंडेंस चाहिए पेरेंट्स से, मुझे फ्रीडम चाहिए. घर छोड़ो पहले, फिर फ्रीडम के बारे में पूछो ना. घर में बैठ के पापा का फीस दे रहा है, घर खाना दे रहा है, और फिर भी इंडिपेंडेंस चाहिए, वो अलग. जब आप चिड़िया है, चिड़िया को चिड़िया घर में बैठाता है, उसका रूल्स होता है, उस हिसाब से आप करें, वो चिड़ियाघर में होंगे. उसका रूल्स है, बाहर निकलो, फिर जो भी करना है करो. फिर जब प्रॉब्लम आता है, मामा पास वापस नहीं आओ, अपने दम पे रहो. वो भी नहीं कर सकता. तो वो यू आर जस्ट स्कैमिंग योरसेल्फ. Right? The question here is this. See, I tell sisters, mostly sisters girls are pushed to be independent. अपने दम पे रहो. Your husband and wife, you support each other. You don't be independent to each other. You're complementing each other. Whichever girl is too independent, divorce is sure. Okay. You get the point? So we want girls to be strong. Olden days, when the husband fails, the wife stands up. The best example I will tell you is this lady of this coffee cafe day. Whatever reason, the husband passed away or whatever reason it is. But the lady took over with the strength. She didn't sit and cry and sit in depression, being a mental health patient, which most of the girls will go through. She stood up, she revamped the businesses and took it to the next level. That is woman. It is not an independent woman. It's a strong woman. And most parents are pushing girls to be independent, which is working against them. Because independent women got, फर्क नहीं पड़ता मुझे पता है, I have my salary, I will do whatever I want, I don't give a damn. Right? That is dangerous. Now even male also. What males are, yaar aisa get a good job, you'll get a good product or trophy or what? Because if you don't have a good job, the girl will leave you and go. Right? Be a good husband. You will get a great wife. If you get a great wife, love will bloom. And when the love blooms, nothing can come in between. Because love is the thing, not house, not salary, not status, not job. Not. Love is all beyond all that. So if you touch the husband and wife's love, go beyond all this, is when you will even touch what is the real love. And that is how I want to conclude this whole thing.
Wow. Sir, last question, right? In last question, I have two questions actually, right? In the Valentine's Day, ठीक है, there is two aspects. एक है लड़का लड़की, a boy or girl, and a husband wife. ठीक है, वैलेंटाइन डे सारे मनाते हैं, ठीक है, बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड, ऑल्सो हस्बैंड वाइफ, ठीक है. हाउ डू यू suggest they celebrate the Valentine's Day?
Very good question. First of all these Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, all these are just marketing gimmicks to make corporates rich. Right. What I'm saying is celebrate Valentine's Day every day, no? Celebrate Mother's Day every day, no? Why only one special day you're going to give a card to her? Give every day a return card to your wife. See, this is all these days are just marketing things to get you buying. Right? Go and give a hug to your wife every day. If you forget Valentine's Day, nothing is going to happen. I can guarantee and tell you. Right? So don't get into the scammy days or special days. Make every day Valentine's Day. Make every day Mother's Day. Make every day Father's Day. Make every day Children's Day. I will tell you, automatically all the love will be there with you every day. Why special day? Right? For me, I believe my birthday. I celebrate my birthday every day. When I'm sleeping, I'm dying. When I'm awake, I'm born. So I'm always happy in every day because that's the thing. Anyone is depressed on birthday?
Mostly no.
No one has any problem, anything. But when the depression will come, last 12 o'clock, oh, my friend मुझे call नहीं किया. There all the depression.
Expectation, no?
Correct. Right. So what I'm trying to make you understand is stop getting into these special days to do special things. Do special things every day. That is what the power of a relationship is.
Right.
Give time, 5 minutes every day. than giving 24 hours on Valentine's Day is much more better to give 5 love every day than give 100 love in one day. Because another 364 days, they are staying without love. That is much more dangerous for the relationships.
Right.
Get it? So don't give a specific day for love. Let every day be the day of love. That is how love will grow, love will evolve, and that is how positive love also becomes much more stronger. Right? And all these marketing wala stuff is just making this card company rich, this rose company give rich. Rather, I would say, even on Valentine's Day, give love. It is about love. Give love to your mother. Not only this husband and wife and a girlfriend and boyfriend, girlfriend, brother, sisters. So give a rose to your sister. That is love. Give a rose to God. That is love. Right? Give a rose to a random girl who I see as a sister. Today I feel happy. I'm just giving you this rose. You will see the girl will forget all her pain, and maybe she's coming after a breakup. You give her a rose, but don't go and propose giving a rose, but give her as a sister. Let the love bloom and not the day bloom. Because the day blooms, it is one day. If the love blooms, it is permanently every day. So people should not focus on days rather than focus on. That's what I'm saying, on Valentine's Day, I think they're the highest card sales or the highest flower sales.
Right.
Stupidity, man. You're just making them rich. And that day, all the prices are higher. Right? If you think prices are lower, celebrate Valentine's some other day. Let your wedding anniversary be your Valentine's Day.
Right.
And that you will forget. Because it's cheaper. Yeah, think smart. Love is not bounded by money or the days. See, this is what happened. No, you try to bound love with days, special birthday. Love has not bounded by any of these things. And the day when people realizes this, that is real love. And that is what I'm trying to make you understand what real love is. It is not bounded by time. It is not bounded by relationship. It is not bounded by expectations. Not bounded by being there with me. There are so many husband and wife. They will look eye to eye and the love will transfer. There are husband and wife who will just give one letter long time ago in the Middle East. One letter is enough. With that love, that 1 year she will wait with love. There were husband and wife long time. People who have all gone in Gulf 10, 15, 20 years ago. That time no online. That time there is only one letter. And that letter will take 20 days to reach the wife. And with that letter, she keeps in her heart and keeps that love waiting when my husband is going to come after 2-3 years. That is love. And not यार मुझे call नहीं किया और तुम love नहीं करती मुझे. That is all fantasy, fake. Keeping up with the trend or movie wala stuff at the end. Love is all beyond that. Because if I love someone, I become love. And when I become love, the love will come to me. You don't need to go in search of love. That's why I always tell people, be love. Love will come to you. Be positive. Positivity will come to you. Give positivity. Negative people will run to you. You see all these saints and all these spiritual people are running to them. Why? They are giving positive. They are giving love. Yeah, love is all about that. Learn to give love also. People are all now, I only love my children. I will only love my wife. Yeah, love everyone equally.
Right.
Love doesn't differentiate, brothers. That's what I'm telling. My life's message to this world is also see everyone as your family. The way I talk to you, I will talk to any other girl or a boy who comes to. Because I'm here to spread my positivity. So be so positive that even negativity can't come close to you. Even though if it comes negativity also, you give so much of. If someone calls me a bad word, right? What, you'll feel angry? If someone calls you a dog, would you feel angry?
My negativity has been gone. Now I feel positive.
Okay, someone calls you a dog.
But
no, my simple question. If someone calls you a dog, would you feel angry?
In general, yes, I do.
Okay.
In general, if you were asking me before 2023.
Yeah. Okay, fine. But now if someone calls you a dog, would you feel angry?
No.
If you call your mother a dog?
Might, yes.
Yes. If you call a wife a dog?
Yes.
Yes. So that means you still get angry. Right? But my next question to you, if a Chinese person calls your dog in Chinese, would you get angry?
Might we know because I'm not understanding the language.
Chinese. So dog is not your problem. Dog in English is your problem. If a mental person calls your dog in Hindi or English, would you feel bad?
No.
Mental guy.
Correct.
So if a human being sees another human being and calls him a dog, is he not mental? Clicked?
Right.
So there are so many dogs in this world. who wants to give out negativity. It is your wish. You want to bark back and become negative, or accept that they're mental and move on. Simple car. When you're going in a car, you'll see dogs barking. Do you open the window and bark back?
No.
Because you know dogs are like that. So don't expect love from dogs. They are dogs. They can only love dogs. But here what you're trying to find in love in dogs also. Right? So when you're a human being, connect with a human being, build up a relationship from there and work it out from there in general. So to understand love, go above all these mind stuff. See, your pure love is sitting with the heart. The other love, attraction, desire, lust, sadness, anger, overcare, everything is mind. Because love is when you're born like a baby. If you hit the baby will come back with the same love which it had before. True?
Right.
That's how baby thinks. That's what people say. Small babies are like gods. Why? They think from heart and not from mind. So if you understand love, think from heart. This concept of breakup, no? इसलिए मुझे my heart break. It is not heartbreak. It is mind break. This heartbreak is made by the movies. It's actually mind breaking. Right? Because heart never breaks. Because heart only is positive. Heart will always be positive. Heart only knows to love. Which is how when you are created as a bond. As you grow as a child, your mind becomes active. That is when all these things is working.
Right.
And as you grow older also, you will see, Dadima, sabko beta, ha beta aa jao, beta. They have gone to that neutral way that bringing back love. And that time, you see, old age, they only want love. Whoever gives love, they'll talk. So, you're born as a child, you're dying as a baby. All my request is continue living as a baby. For example, this is a podcast. You're recording. I can spoil my hair and talk. I have no problem. I don't care what people are going to think. Because I'm a baby. I can lie down in front of you right now. I can hear record, jo bhi karna hai. But I'll just set it because people expect you to be in that way.
Right.
But that doesn't change my thing of what you are going to think or what the audience is going to think. So be that baby. Not that this should be perfect. Hair should be this perfect. Hair goes this way. What is my point is clear, no? And as long as my point is clear, my duty is clear, my hair says like this or like that.
Message is important, messenger not.
Messenger is not important. Love is important. Who gives the love, who takes the love is not important. When you are love, love, if your hair said like this or like that, love will come. Because 90% of the world is short of love. Just give the right love, people run and come to you.
Right.
Don't wait for Valentine's Day. Travel all around India, doing talks, almost around 250 sessions. They said, sir, whatever you're doing is great. It has helped us. How can we do more of this? Right? So the problem here is that marriage isn't a problem now. क्योंकि सब अपने बारे में सोच रहा है ना, अपने बारे में सोचे, फैमिली किधर है फिर? यार सब तालियां बजा रहे उसको, यार तू तो स्टड है, तू तो हीरो है, 3 लड़कियां से बजे, पर आपको पता नहीं 3 लड़की एक लड़के को यूज कर रहा है. उसका वैल्यू किधर है? वो तो टिश्यू पेपर ही है.
Right.